This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
I can't even get it out right. Hashtag no music, no intro. Another episode of hashtag Saints Twitter Podcast.
Yeah.
Woo. This is it. I know people been hitting us up all day. Right.
All day.
I love this team so much. I love them, bro. I love them. Love them, bro.
Hey, they're on brand, bro. They all who they are.
Oh, completely on brand. It's like we've had so much to talk about since the last episode we recorded. And just for people, I'm not going to get into my personal. Like I've had some family shit on my end. I'm going through. Went back to Texas. So I'm actually thankful because these niggas gave me something to laugh about, bro. Like, just laugh out loud. I don't even know where to start. Ryan, I don't know where to start. Like, I wanted to have an episode where we got up to date with like training camp and who's looking good. No. Doesn't. With these Saints? No. Not.
Yeah, last week we were supposed to have like, let's just go over like the position groups and
that's right. That's right. I forgot we were gonna do that.
Ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Okay, so I feel like let's address the biggest topic on the team right now. Let's talk. Oh man, I feel like we've been talking about this dude ever since last season, bruh. Like, I know me, yourself, shout out to our dude Todd on Twitter as well. Like, when everyone came for Mike Florio last season, when he said, like, me and you were like, and Todd and a couple other people were just, the only people were just like, I don't know, man. Like, something was off between Mike Thomas and the Saints.
Yeah.
It felt off the entire time. And maybe we saw it because, again, we've taken a step back in our fandom, so we're not as close to it. But, you know what the general reaction was? Florio, he just making shit up. So we talked about it before a couple of weeks ago. Surgery, not surgery. Then everyone's boy, that's sarcasm, by the way, Jeff Duncan puts out a story last week.
Jeff Duncan? I had to read a Jeff Duncan.
You read it? Couldn't be me.
I had to read it.
You doing your part as a good pod co-host. Couldn't be me.
Well, I mean, look, he wasn't on Athletic anymore. Like,
he's not? I thought he was on Athletic.
Nah, he got Athletic kind of hurting over there, man. You know, they're holding on to my girl Kat and Larry, but now they let Jeff go, so he's back at the Advocate. I mean, New Orleans, Minota.com or whatever. That was the only reason I read it, because it was, it's Athletic.
Because it was free.
Yeah, free. I was like, okay. Well, even NOLA.com is has a paywall. Like you get 3 reads or something like that.
Oh,
NOLA.com. I'm like, are you serious? Like,
we can do a whole episode on the newspaper online game. But anyway, so you read it.
I read it, yeah.
And I feel like this is probably just biggest article since the Jamal Brown trade, bro. Like,
well, I mean, he's been on this Michael Thomas beat.
Yes.
Remember, he did break the whole. It wasn't just a fight between him and CJ. It was that got him suspended. It was him saying supposed words to the coach staff and Sean Payton. So this is kind of his little. This is his beat right here. He has
this is his Mia Culpa, right? He write his masterpiece.
Yeah, he finally got the plug within the team. He got some information. I don't think it's Sean Payton. I don't think this is coming from Sean. It's somebody else. I don't know who. But he has a plug with the team, and that's feeding him this information. And look, we gotta put it out there. We're only getting the Saints leaked
one side of the story.
One side of the story. So it's we can only speak on what we know. You know what I'm saying? And even that's kind of hazy because you don't really know what's going on. You just getting one person's perspective. So just keep that in mind. But the shit we are hearing, it ain't good, man. Like a lot of these Saints fans out here, they like. I mean, and let me just say this: I'm as pro player as they come. Like
we both are. We both are.
Like I want every player to get paid. If you want to hold out a camp or from playing because you feel like you're underpaid, more power to you. I am 100% behind. These NFL owners are billionaires and they are feasting off the blood, like literally the blood of the players. You know what I'm saying? So, and the players are the product. So I'm always just about every circumstance I'm pro player, but at the same time, like once you agree to a contract and you are a part of the team and you miss the team and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some professionality and duty that comes with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just like any other job. And Mike Thomas dropped the ball big time, bro. Like I'm not feeling that shit at all.
Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. We got to put it out, bro.
Put it out. So, okay. So according to the reports, gets injured week 1. Whatever happens throughout the season, ends up on IR. Between that time, the fight with CD. Between that time is the fight with CD. Gets suspended. Even when he does come back, doesn't look right. Goes on IR. Season ends. Staff.
So soon as the season ended, right? Like the day after. So the day after they lost to Tampa Bay, Adam Schefter, on that Monday, I remember the tweet, bruh.
Yeah.
He says, Mike Thomas was playing through torn ligaments in his ankle, scheduled to get surgery. I believe he said in January. I'd have to find the tweet, right? That was a tweet. Yep. So continue. My fault.
So boom, that's it. And that matches up with the story.
Yep.
Saints staff looked at him and said, hey, you need to get this surgery so you'll be ready for next year. Mike Thomas says, according to Joe Duncan, his sources, I want to get a second opinion. Cool. Saints said, okay, cool. We'll get a second opinion. He gets a second opinion, finds a doctor that says, hey, we can take a more conservative approach. If you rehab this and do these things for the next 3 months, next couple of months, you might not even need surgery. You might be able to come back without it. Saints, Mike brings that to the Saints. Saints say, okay, cool. Check back with us in March, April, and we'll go from there.
So up to this point, everything's good. Copacetic, everything is good.
Good. Then Mike Thomas goes black, like you.
Not the porn site.
Black raw. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about that black raw. But black out, bro. Like you can't, nobody get in touch with him. Nobody. Not CJ Johnson, not Sean Payton, nobody. Not the medical staff, nobody. He's out and nobody can get in touch with him. Not until June, bro. Like when OTAs start. does nobody get the chance to talk to your $100 million wide receiver? Like, that's what gets me, bro. That's what gets me, man. It's not like he was. This was during like a contract negotiation.
Nope.
Where he wasn't under contract, or they had an impasse on the contract talks or something like that. You are signed to the New Orleans Saints for the next 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, bro.
One of the most highest paid wide receivers in the league. You're considered a leader on the team, and someone all the players look up to. The team is like really dependent on you because look at the wide receiver room.
No, not yet. We gonna get there.
All right, we gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So you would think, just from Mike Thomas' perspective, let's just keep it 100. Like this, I'll keep 100. Hey, Sean, I just want to I want to rock out and just see if I just don't want to do a surgery. Communicate, like it's just simple communication. He doesn't do that, man. How you don't answer from your head coach? That's all I'm saying. Okay. Like, look, I know people saying, "Oh, the Saints medical staff trash." Like, I know about all that. Look, we had Devin Bro on here. We know about the Saints medical staff, and I completely understand that shit. That's why he got a second opinion, and the Saints were cool with the second opinion. So, why ghost the team like that? Like, what's going on? Like, there's something deeper there for that type of behavior.
So the analogy I made to my girl on the drive home when I was, pre-planning this episode is he comes across as a petty, vindictive person in a relationship where the other partner did something to piss you off, right?
Yeah.
Something. And in the back of your mind, you're like, you know what? Just wait. I'm getting back. Don't know when, but it's coming. So am I saying that Mike Thomas purposely put off his surgery till later so he knew he would not be available for most of the season this season? I don't know. But all I can say is it doesn't look fucking good.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, bro.
And at the very least, he didn't care. He's like, look, I'm about to enjoy my off season. See y'all niggas in June. And whatever happened then happens.
He was Eddie Murphy in Trading Places at the end, bro. Sipping back, wiping the lips.
He was sitting there looking at videos of Jameis training with Traquan and Marcus Callaway and all that shit. Like, oh, y'all training, huh? Shit. I'm chilling.
Big chilling. So then that comes out. Jeff Duncan puts that out last week. Then the Mike, man, I long unfollowed Mike Thomas on Twitter, bro, on social media. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it. that was done last season. But then he puts out the tweet, oh, they trying to damage my reputation.
Passive aggressive bullshit.
Bro, think about it. Literally, it aligns with the whole personality behavior. Passive aggressive. The Saints did something to piss him off. He potentially plotted and planned in a very passive aggressive way. How can I get back at the team and hurt them? Like, I mean, low key, kind of ingenious. Gotta give some credit. Again, this is all speculation. Nothing's confirmed. But man, I do this shit for a living. Like, you don't got all you gotta do is just give me a piece of the puzzle, and I can figure out most of it. Right. So that's one side of it, right? And I don't know how much of the blame pie you want to do, but all I do know is it comes out that the Saints knew that they were being ghosted for 3 to 3.5 or maybe 4 months. And I get there were salary cap issues. I get all of that. Also, though, something I haven't thought about until I was just thinking about it, if all these concerns about if they was getting ghosted, I get the salary cap was bad, but why would they have touched the Michael Thomas contract and reconstructed it?
Right.
That makes no sense to me, bro.
Right. Yeah.
I just thought about that. Like, why would you do that? That makes no sense.
Because you just push more down the line.
Dummies. Oh, dummies. Anyway, the Saints have this piece of information. And they go into the offseason with this info, free agency, the draft, not getting any responses back from the star wide receiver. And they come out with a 7th-round wide receiver in Chris Hogan? Come on, bro.
Quan Short?
Come on, Ryan. Like, as Mike, if what's being reported is true, and we have to preface it by saying if what's being reported is true, then yes, in terms of the blame pie, Mike Thomas gets a large portion of that. Absolutely. However, for the team to completely not be prepared on the off chance that, I don't know, just bad planning, like that is just negligent from a team building aspect. Like
even if it didn't go down like that, even if Mike Thomas got his surgery in January, like you should be planning like, okay, we saw what happened without Mike Thomas last year.
Yep, for sure.
He's coming off an injury. We don't know how long it'll take him to come back. We don't have the deepest wide receiver room in the world. Let's improve where we can. This is a deep wide receiver draft. Like, let's improve. And we know that they were looking at wide receivers. We know they wanted Terrence Marshall before, like he's literally the Panthers are right there in front of you, and you know.
Joe Brady's the OC, bro.
Brady was the OC of LSU. Is like, hello, so they fell up lip. They fell up lip, man. They couldn't get it up, and they missed out. Not just on him, but on other wide receivers too. So, that's where they feel like that's where the anger should be focused. To me, I see a lot of Saints fans like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know Mike Thomas' side of the story. This is they're fully jumping on Mike Thomas' side. Nah, it just ain't about sides. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, let's just look at what's going on for real. Like Mike Thomas, I'm sorry he pulled some whole shit, bro. Like that was just some whole shit to me, man. Like, and I'm I'm a Mike Thomas fan. Like, you could go check the tweets going back years before he was drafted. I am a Mike Thomas fan, been a fan of him. But that right there, like, I ain't like that, man. I didn't like that at all. Like, just like you're a fucking professional, bro. Like, you are professional. You are a professional, and it's not like the team has been doing you dirty for years. You know what I'm saying? They paid you before your contract was up. Paid you big money. Always put you up. Above everybody else. Really, as a wide receiver, I mean, it was a lot of speculation that would he get paid, because we knew like the Saints rarely paid position players. You know what I'm saying? Skill position players. I mean,
Mike Thomas, Jimmy Graham, bro.
That's it.
I mean, in Colston, but like that money was like
that was different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I mean, so I don't see where the beef is. You know what I'm saying? So, and look, things could be happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we talked to Delvin Breaux. He talked about how Sean Payton can talk to players sometime and, get on a different side of them. I hear all that shit. Like,
we never heard some Sean Payton stories. So like,
we go, hey, listen, and we big boys. He a big boy. So I'm just saying, if that's the case, put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Put that out there if that's the case. But don't do this old passive aggressive tweeting shit like, I'm going to protect teams' status by keeping my shit to myself or whatever you said. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, man?
Say it with your chest, man. Say it with your chest.
Like, it's like, what is going on, man? Like, and then you like, this is your chance to be the leader of the squad too, Like, you got all these young guys, all these young wide receivers. It's a team, with a quarterback position in flux.
Right. No Drew.
no Drew. It was really like your chance to just really be that Larry Fitzgerald. You know what I'm saying? Larry Fitzgerald been played with who at Derek Anderson, like everybody. You name him, he played with him at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But he's been
balled out too, bro.
And balled out whoever was playing. You know what I'm saying? And he's the yellow jacket just waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? Just wait. And Mike Thomas is on that. And Mike Thomas on that trajectory. He was on that trajectory coming off that 2019 season. And I'm not saying he's not going to still be on that trajectory whatever happens on to the future. But it's just like that type of shit kind of derails careers to me, man. It's just unfortunate. Just like on some just as a football fan type of shit. So I don't know, man. That's just where we at with it, bro. Like I'm just like whatever.
Give me your percentage that the Mike Thomas will play another snap for the Saints.
I'm at about 70% that he's going to play. He's going to play this year. How much I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the roster this year. Pretty sure, not 100% sure. And I'm not one of these people like there's no way he gets traded this year. No, he can get traded this year. It's possible. It's possible. I just don't think it's highly likely yet. There's still time. It's early. So I just think there's time for things to happen. Now, next season, I think that's when things get a little fishy.
No, this to me, I can speak to this, man. This to me is like, when you in a marriage and that shit is just the pits.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't. But I can speak to it.
I don't, but I understand marriage.
When the shit is the pits and you go home and you drive home from work, you try to think of any way what you can do to avoid going home because shit's that bad.
Speak on it.
That's where this shit is right now, bro. Where you living with your spouse and y'all just sitting on the couch watching something together and just can't stand one another, bro. And I really feel like right now that's where the Saints and Mike Thomas are out right now. Like, and when shit gets that bad, I don't know, man. Like, if he's straight, and the biggest thing in this whole situation, and I think the biggest reason why he's still on the team, honestly, is the injury and the surgery.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can't move him right now.
Can't. Like, he would not. I don't think he would pass any team's physical unless.
No, he's on PUP.
Yeah, unless whatever team was getting him. Thinking about the Jags, bro. I don't know.
That's the one team that I like. If Alt Breer says how he says that, Urban Meyer just loves him some Mike Thomas and all that shit.
Oh, Alt Breer's out here talking.
Yeah, Alt Breer was like, Mike Thomas is one of Urban Meyer's favorite players of all time. He loves him. He said he just put that out there, like, hey, take it for what it's worth. He loves him. So I don't know if he's hearing anything or whatever, but he was just putting that out there, and I could totally see that. I could see
Urban Meyer thinking, I know, like, I trust that he's going to rehab and he's going to come back healthy from the surgery. I don't know, right? But that's the team that just keeps coming to my mind is the Jags, bro.
Yeah, but I see no reason. There's no reason for the Saints to move him now, and there's no reason for a team to trade for him now. Because one, he's not ready. He's still injured. And two, this would be the lowest. This is the lowest point in his trade value that you could possibly get. So I don't see him being moved now. I don't see him being moved the next couple of months. But the trade deadline is November 3rd, I believe. Mike Thomas, we'll see how it plays out if he goes on PUP or if he's put on short-term IR. Yeah, so the trade deadline is November 3rd. So And Mike Thomas is slated to be back about mid-October at best. So I think that's when you would start to see any kind of trade talk or any kind of action, if that is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll be the time you really know. And at that point, it just depends on where the Saints are at. Like say he gets healthy, and say things just are feeling good. Say the Saints are, have a okay record. Say they're like 3-2 or like 4-3 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like say that's going on, and Sean Payton amped up, they're feeling good, and they got a role for Mike Thomas, and he's feeling good. I could just see them trying to just play it out and just see how they feel at the end of the season. Other side, say the Saints are like 1-5, this dumpster fire. They switching between Jameis and Taysom, and the defense looking like poo. And just if it's like that, then it's like, okay, let's see what we can get from Mike Thomas. Let's just do what we got to do. So I just think everything is in flux right now. I wouldn't put my hat on anything other than I don't see Mike Thomas being a long-term Saint. I just don't see it. I think that bridge been crossed and burned, bro.
Burn. And I mean, we gotta, when speaking about a trade, we gotta, make up or keep his salary cap implications on the forefront. Yeah. So I believe if he's traded this season, the Saints would incur close to like a $9 million cap hit.
The next season,
the next season it's $22 million in dead money. Yeah. 2-2.
And that's just part of the game. But I know people like, oh, there's no way. Look, that old man, I say it all the time, that Matrix quote, man, architect, there are levels to survival we are willing to accept.
I mean, people have short memory. Like, I remember the exact same point when the whole fiasco with Antonio Brown and the Steelers was going on, bro.
Yep.
That exact same point was made, was salary cap.
Junior Gillette. They just paid Junior. And we had to continue to pay him for like 2 more years while he wasn't on the roster.
Gone. So I'm just saying, and we don't know. And I think it's also pretty interesting. I don't know how much contact Mike Thomas and the team has had since.
I mean, he's there from what I understand. He's there. Like, he's at the team facility. He's just completely hidden. Like, he's just, you know how they hide players, man. They go in the training room and they don't come out.
Bro, you put that Jared Bird picture.
I remember we went like 3 weeks without seeing Jared Bird, man. We like, where is this guy? And one day, Cat was like, we spotted Jared Bird today.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. Let's talk about the other news that happened today. I was busy at work. Working. Get a text from my boy Joey. Shout out to my boy Joey. He's just like, LMAO, P-Rob. I'm like, P-Rob, what's going on? He's like, bro, he's retiring.
He just said, I'm done, man. I'm done.
I've seen enough. Oh, so P-Rob, 11 years? Yeah, bro, like 10,
11, yeah. He was drafted in 2010.
Super Bowl champion with the Eagles. Never lived up to the hype, when the Saints drafted him 32 overall, but still a damn good NFL player.
Yeah.
And what they do now, Ryan? So now, week 1, Green Bay, A-Rod, Devontae Adams, maybe Marshawn is suspended. Maybe he's playing. Who knows at this fucking point? Who is lining up for Marshawn? Is it going to be our dude trying to get the coffins out? We get the coffins out?
Carly Clamps, baby. Trying to tell y'all. Not the hero you wanted, man, but you needed.
I tweeted earlier, bro, that green mouthpiece is back.
Back, baby. What a dumpster fire, bro. And y'all really couldn't figure nothing out with Jack Rabbit? Like, it was, like, you couldn't figure out nothing?
Dumb, bro.
That's my whole thing.
It makes no sense. So, the Saints are likely going to be starting Ken Crawley or third-round pick rookie who's as dumb as his stance may be in terms of vaccines. It sounds like he's doing pretty good in training camp. And so, rough, bro.
And according to Captain Terrell, like Sean Payton said today, cornerback position is still a must position. Like they are still searching.
So Dunk, got reference him again, bro. Dunk saying that the Saints were exploring ways to, get corners in the team, and brought out that the Saints may be interested in trying to trade for, speaking of the Jags, 9th overall pick last year, C.J. Henderson from Florida.
How crazy is that? Like, even if you don't know anything about C.J. Henderson, the fact that they're trying to move a 9th overall pick has to make you say,
Talk, Ryan, please.
What's going on? What's going on here? Like,
a 9th overall pick, a cornerback, like, he plays one of the most vital positions in football, and the team that drafted him last year, not 2, 3, last year, may be willing to trade this player? Listen, man. This is what we talk about. This is what we talk about taking that, as a fan, taking that step back. There's a reason that the Jags may be willing to part with him.
Yes, there's a reason.
Reason, bro. I have spoken to my buddy, and I had tweeted this. I said, when the news came that the Saints potentially might be interested in trading for C.J. Henderson, I tweeted, go check my dude John Shipley's tweets out. He covers the Jags for Sports Illustrated The Maven. Like, there's just, if you read his tweets, you can put some things together and realize, like, there's something amiss about this situation.
Yeah.
C.J. Henderson played pretty well his first couple of games, to the point was like, damn, was that bad? Like, was that long on Jeff Okudah? Like, do you remember the lead up to the draft? Like,
no, I remember.
Like, scouts were saying, like, C.J. Henderson might go before Jeff Okudah, and I was like, what? And his first couple of games, he looked good. I remember him kind of shutting down. It was the only game they won. So they played the Colts in week 1. He kind of shut down T.Y. Hilton. And I was like, oh, shit. Damn. And he had a couple of good games, and then he got injured, was put on IR. In this training camp, he got COVID, was on the COVID list, got taken off the COVID list, and then just wasn't practicing, bro.
Yeah.
Just was not practicing. Listen, it would be very Saints-ish to trade for a player, and I don't even know what the trade would have to be. I don't know what they would have to give up to
I really don't.
get him. That's a whole fascinating thing in itself. I would assume a 2nd round pick, because he was drafted 9th overall last year. That's an assumption. It's gonna be a revolving door all season at CB2. Bro.
All season. That's where I'm at with it. It's gonna be a revolving door. It won't be just like 2014, 15, 16, where it's just like pick a Sunday, pick a corner. It's gonna be Crawley Clamps. Our saving grace. I mean, a lot of people was in my mentions like, "Oh, P. Rob, he was washed up anyway, or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, but he was a body. Like
Right.
he was a cornerback that has experience playing corner, and we need all of that right now. Like we need starting cornerbacks that could just play and be in position because we're beyond the point of having a good corner. Like we're beyond that point. We know we're not. I'm not going to say we know, but we're pretty certain we're not going to have a plus athlete at the cornerback 2 spot this season. But you want to at least have serviceable guys there. And P. Rob was one of those guys. So that's just another hole, So it's Corinne Crawley, it's Paulson Adebo. Who's that guy they signed?
Brian Poole.
Brian Poole, but he's more of an inside, but in a pinch, they might have to move him outside. So it's just one of those situations where, it's just gonna be dumpster fire, bro. Like, like it ain't gonna be pretty. They got Prince Akamara, you know what I'm saying, Mukamara. So
who according to kind of reports, has looked kind of in training camp,
which is not surprising at all. You know what I'm saying? He's been a journeyman cornerback for a while now, and never really reached the heights of what where he was drafted. So, I mean, that's just where the Saints at right now at cornerback, man, because you created a hole, and look, it was, nobody predicted COVID happening. Nobody predicted empty stadiums, but it was, I just keep going back like, y'all, I've seen y'all do some cap shenanigans I couldn't even comprehend. And y'all couldn't figure out nothing for Jack Rabbit? A dude that still says he loved playing for the team. Like, he loved playing for the Saints. He enjoyed it here. Like, y'all couldn't figure out some shit? Oh, I need the inside story on that one.
It doesn't make any sense. It does, like, oh, Lord.
We ain't even through.
The beat's still hot. Go in. So there's that. I don't even know when this was announced a couple of days ago. We ain't got no kicker.
No kicker.
Well, Lutz, field goals. Fuck that. Core injury, groin injury. Likely will miss 8 to 12 weeks, bro.
Yuck.
So, I don't know if Saints fans remember, but before we found Will Lutz, kicking for the Saints was an adventure, bro.
Oh, man. Every year. Oh, my God.
It was a roller coaster.
I was so happy when we got Lutz, bro. When he solidified himself and stamped himself as being like official, I was like, thank you. Like as a football fan, you just don't want to have to think about the kicker. Like, we don't need a Justin Tucker, nothing like that, but just be a guy, that's hitting 90-something%. We all right, But he did kind of falter last year towards the last half of the year. Apparently he was injured then. So he had kind of a rough stretch last year. I was kind of hoping they would bring in some competition or whatever, but how kickers are, man. Like,
what can we talk about this real quick? Is there like a trend where players on the Saints just like, I don't know about the surgery thing. Like, I get it.
It's possible, bro. Like, I mean, the football medical industrial complex or whatever you want to call it is weird because their loyalty is not to the player, it's to the team.
Yes.
So, players, I like when, Michael Thomas wanted to get a second opinion or whatever, like, I'm 100% with that. Like, I completely get that shit. Like, you got to look out for yourself because teams, they don't care. They'll cut up on you, whatever they got to do is to get you back on the team. You know what I'm saying? So I completely get that. So I don't know, man. It's weird. But also, something you really got to think about, man, like for years, the Saints have been like that team where players are like, man, it's a Super Bowl squad. I want to get with them. And, I do whatever, just kind of like the Patriots have been. Like, we were one of those teams for a nice little while where players actually wanted to play for it because they had a chance to win the Super Bowl and shit like that. And, right now, it's just the Saints aren't giving off that aura. Like, I completely like P-Rob retiring. It's like, I'm sure he's just like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm like 32. I've been rehabbing like half my career. I'm out of here, man. I got money. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I could see some players like that. And, Will Lutz is different because he's not like he's made a ton of money. But, it's just like, it's just one of those things, man, where that just extra oomph ain't there,
You're right. And so then they bring in Brett Meyer, who...
Is it Brett Meyer or Bill Meyer?
Right. It's Brett.
I could have sworn I saw Bill Meyer. I was like, Bill Meyer? HBO Real Time Bill Meyer?
They bring in Brett Meyer, and he kind of flamed out. I think he was last kicking, like his last step. Maybe it was for the Cowboys. I don't remember. But you know how it is in the league with kickers, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm not about to sit here and analyze the kickers, bro. Like,
absolutely
they could be trash. They could be trash for 2 years. They get hot. They can come in hot and go trash. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't want to know. Like, just fix it. Like, fix the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when the mechanic telling you, like, oh, well, you got this wrong with your car, and, I don't know about this, because, like, just fix the shit, man. Like, I don't care what you're talking about. I don't give a shit. Tell me what's wrong, how much it's going to cost, and fix it. That's it. I don't care what you're talking about.
Okay, I was right. I had to look up. He was a former Cowboy.
Okay.
When he I think like a season and a half ago, 2 seasons ago, when he had his last decent season in NFL. So kicking this season is going to be a roller coaster. I feel like there's still more.
I thought we was finished.
So getting back to the whole wide receiver thing, so I think Traquan got nicked up in training camp like last week or something. He's still ain't returning. So
he's in the quantum realm, like ain't no science.
So
the TVA that took him out, man. We ain't no
That Traquan out of there, bro. And so now, just put some positive in this podcast. Sounds like Marquez Callaway just balling, bro. Like,
yeah.
All training camp, balling, which is great, right? Like, that's great to see his growth. He is going to be wide receiver 1 this season, bro. Like, let's be real.
Let's be real, bro.
He's the guy. Think about it, bro. Marquez Callaway go week 1. He gonna be lined up probably against Jair Alexander, bro. Like,
oh man, that's the things you got to think about. Is like, oh, he going off in camp. Is like, this dude gonna have to line up against number 1 corners. Can he beat them? I ain't saying he can't. I'm just saying, like, it's just, man, we're asking a lot, and we are asking a lot.
From a second-year undrafted wide receiver. Chris Hogan making this team. Like, I hope people realize that. Like,
and I was listening to Move the Sticks podcast. DJ wasn't there. It was Red Lewis. You know Red Lewis. He's from New Orleans.
Yeah, he's from New Orleans. Yeah.
His dad worked for the Saints for a while, and Bucky Brooks. And Red was at Saints training camp for a couple of days, and he was just talking about the Saints wide receiver position and how Traquan, how he got nicked up, and he was just talking about how, like, hey, this wide receiver position group, it ain't all that. But he did talk about Callaway, how Callaway looked really good. How he talked highly about Deontay Harris, how he has really been shining in camp and stuff like that. So, but he also talked about like he just went down a list of the wide receiver position, and it's like, man, they really have not invested in this position in a while, huh? And it's like that's what we've been saying. It's like that's what we've been sitting here screaming,
bro.
People tell us like Sean Payton route concepts, baby.
Oh God! If I see one more person I mentioned saying, I trust the Sean Payton offense. Like I'm saying this right now. If you listen to this podcast, if you get my mentions and saying that you trust a Sean Payton offense, you're getting blocked. Sorry, get blocked, bro. I can't.
Did y'all watch the 2026?
They must have slept through the entire fucking season, bro.
I know they're gonna say, "Well, Drew Brees was watched," but watch the game. Like, watch, and who is beating the cornerbacks? Who's winning? Like, who are winning? Who's winning the matchups?
Nobody, bro.
Nobody. Just show me who's winning the matchups.
Like even the game that Cal like what was it the Bears game that he had a really great game. Like the Bears played zone coverage majority of that game, bro. So all he had, I'm not taking anything away from him, right? All he had to do was just find the hole in the zone,
right? And he was good at it. Like that, he was good at it, right? He was good at it. But it's like mano a mano, I have to beat you. Like with my athleticism and smarts and understanding, I have to beat you.
And route running all of them. I don't know. So like I don't have a depth chart in front of me, but we got Callaway, Harris, Traycon, Chris Hogan, Little Jordan Humphrey. I know there's the guy from Tulane that they signed.
Quan Short, the 7th round pick.
There you go. God, bro.
It's nasty. Like just like Saints fans, just be real. Like if you were looking at the Atlanta Falcons and this was their wide receiver core, if you was looking at the Tampa Bay Bucks or whoever, what would you think?
Or just think about it as from a defensive perspective, right?
Mm.
If you're a defense in the NFL and you're going against the Saints, you go into the game thinking, as long as we shut down AK, we can win.
We good.
That's it.
We good. 41 alert. That's all you need to know. Alert on 41. We good, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the defense is gonna be saying. You know, the defensive coach is gonna put up that list of wide receivers in that meeting on Wednesday, and it's gonna be like, shit.
These niggas?
Come on, man. And look, it's the NFL, man. Who knows? Maybe Marcus Callaway steps it up a notch.
Wouldn't it be like the most bittersweet thing, bro? Like if Marquez Callaway, I don't want to put hyperbole on, but let's just say he established himself as like a good starting wide receiver in the NFL, and now like Mike Thomas has burnt that bridge. Like how bittersweet is that, bro?
I know, right? Like thinking about what you could have had,
Bro, we are living the Brandon Cooks, Mike Thomas thing all over again.
All over again, man. All over again. That's why I get nervous anytime they talk about paying these dudes, bro.
Yeah.
I get nervous every time, man. Because we've seen this happen before with Jimmy. And
D made a great point on Twitter about this. I think I said it on the last episode too. Man, say whatever y'all want to say about Jimmy, bruh. Man, Jimmy may have been in the locker room, may have been bitching about his stats, on the low. But did we ever from the media, did we ever hear about that? Like, was it out in the open?
Nothing. Ever.
Not a peep, bro. Not a peep.
Nothing.
They got rid of him, but if you just compare the two, Jimmy's situation, he was shipped out, and Mike Thomas's situation, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know.
All right, I already know, man. Like Sean Payton is all about compliance, and you ain't complying, you out of here.
Yep.
You know, and that's just the end of the story. He doesn't care who you are.
Yep.
You know, and I get it. I understand it. Like it's his shot. So yeah, like Thomas, he gone, bro. Don't know when.
Don't know when.
Next year, but he out of here.
This is also, it's why I just, the last sports jersey, I didn't even buy it. It was a birthday present. My ex-wife gave me. It was a authentic Drew Brees jersey. About $200. And that was the last jersey that anyone's ever purchased for me. Because, like, people.
Don't buy them.
Don't buy jerseys. Stop it. Stop. You just giving money away. So we can go down the list. Like, imagine you were a Texas fan with a New Hopkins jersey, bro. Stop it. Only fans that can buy jerseys are Kansas City Chiefs fans for Mahomes and Josh Allen, or Buffalo Bill Josh Allen. That's it.
That's it, man.
Those two players, or a Justin Herbert jersey. Although I can see Justin Herbert 5th year saying, these Chargers suck.
Man.
See it real quick. Please, I see him pulling Eli. Anyway, more Saints related things. Did we even hit on that Quan was back? I don't even know if we hit on that, bro. I think it happened like right after we dropped the episode last week. Who? Quan Alexander.
Oh yeah. We didn't even talk about that. Yeah, he's back. He's not. He's not practicing. You know, he's still injured, but it's a good sign they brought him back. Apparently, he's close. You know, to getting back. So that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. And I saw that Pete Werner, he got a little banged up today in training camp.
Oh, not Pete. Not number 20,
Pete,
bro.
Man, Pete was looking good, I heard, man. Oh, Pete. I think I said on the pod that Pete might get cut during the roster cut. So, I mean, he's looking good so far. We'll see.
Are you talking about Pete or are you talking about Zach Bond?
I'm talking about Pete Werner. I didn't think Pete Werner made the team. Though.
Pete Werner drafted 60 overall wasn't going to make the team.
Man, I was that down on Pete Werner, bro. I wasn't feeling it at all. But he gonna make the team. But yeah, they brought Quan back, so that's a good thing. I know, a lot of some people don't like his run defense and stuff like that. But look, man, the dude is a run and chase linebacker. Just what he is. And Saints need those, man.
And DeMario was ecstatic, bro. When
he could play his role and do what he do.
So then,
that's the key. But that's the key for me. Like, go back and watch the games where Quan played and watch DeMario. Don't even look at Quan. Just watch DeMario. I mean, he was an animal,
bruh. Those games, besides the Eagles game, I was just in bliss, bruh. Just like hands off, hands just. Oh, this is what it feels like. Linebackers. Just.
This is what it feels like.
It's been so long, Ryan. Like, the Falcons game, the Broncos game, like the Chiefs game. Oh, it's beautiful, Ryan. It was beautiful. So now the question is, who the fuck? We still don't know. And we gonna get answers. Like, we're not gonna preview the preseason game. We gotta preview the preseason game before the preseason game, bro. Like,
man. August 14th, Saturday.
We doing work. Who is starting next to DeMario week 1?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We really don't know.
Zach Bond? Your boy Pete?
Won't be Zach Bond. Could be Pete. I'm pretty sure it'll be Pete. Pretty sure. But we'll see, bro. Like, so this I hate preseason, but like these preseason games are interesting because you got a lot of young players we really need to see. and we didn't have preseason last year. So, Cesar Reeves, apparently he's been looking pretty stout. Want to see how he's looking. Zach Bond, he's going to get extensive play. Let's see how he looks in fire. Paulson Adebo, really important to see how he plays. Like, I don't care what I'm hearing in camp. Don't care. I want to see what he looks like lining up when the fire is on against another team. I want to see how he looks. There's so many players. Quan Short. I mean, a lot of players can shine that we haven't been hearing about in camp. See Quan Short takes off. See Lil Jordan Humphrey or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Saints fans, we really need some of these players to really just kind of grab hold of it. It's a must. Just kind of grab a hold of it and take off. Who else? Peyton Turner, he left camp early today with some kind of injury. Again, who knows? Could be back tomorrow. Could be out for 10 weeks. Who the fuck knows? Like,
that's the beauty of training camp, bro.
That's the beauty. You just don't know. We'll see tomorrow. So, but if say he's good, you know what I'm saying? I want to see how he looks, against live football, man. I want to see, because he's been having a good camp, which has been good to hear. So I want to see him, just tee off on, third string cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see it. All these guys are going to get snaps. Like, a lot of young guys, our old guys, Cam Jordan, all them, AK, better not play AK. All them guys, they're not going to play those snaps. These young dudes, they're going to play quite a bit. So it's going to be like, we really need to pay attention to see, to see who's performing.
Yeah, because honestly, it's so crucial, just for not this season, bro, but it's going to tell us so much about what the future of the Saints are going to look like, bro. Because if Ruiz and these young guys that they've invested in, we didn't bring up Adam Troutman.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a huge one right there.
15 catch Trouters, bro.
15 catches.
15 catches. Every time I see something on my timeline, you're in a deep fantasy draft league. You really got a question on Adam Troutman. He's just set to just explode. There's going to be so much volume. Like,
I'm like, oh Lord, Juwan Johnson, tight end. I've been hearing his name too, bro. And I can see him. Like, we need it. Like, we would need it. Yes, him too. We need all of it.
Everything, bro.
One person I have not heard of is Nick Verrett, the Broncos tight end.
Nick Bennett. Yes.
Bennett. I ain't heard shit about him. I guess he just.
I mean, he came in the league as more of a blocking tight end.
Yeah, so that's his role.
He's the who man. The who man, bro. Just do the dirty work, bro. Just do the dirty work. We talked about all this, Ryan, all this for about an hour. Not once talk about who the starting quarterback is in the Saints. That's when you know shit is bad.
That's how you know, bro. This shit is crazy. We ain't even talking about that. And we don't know.
From reading what I've read, right, started sounding like, beginning James had to look better, and then Taysom just kind of came along, and Jameis was kind of falling back, and then Jameis had like these really great practices, especially like in the red zone, where it's like, oh, maybe, we don't know, bro. Don't know. All I will say is everything we do know, right? They're kind of low on offensive weapons.
Yeah.
You might want to just go put Taysom at tight end.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Let Taysom be a playmaker. Like, we need playmakers. It just makes too much sense, bro. Too much sense, man.
Yeah.
That's one of your playmakers. How many touchdowns did you have? Like, come on, man.
Ridiculous that season he had, I still think that James will be starting week 1, but going back to it again, preseason, bro. Like, these games are going to be huge.
Yeah, like, that's another thing, man. Like, they are going to get extensive play. Jameis Winston's going to get extensive play. Taysom's going to get extensive play. I would guess Trevor Simeon. And no, look, Ian Book, he's been getting some positive starts.
Ian Book got some positive reports in training camp, bro.
Yeah, man, they're saying he's coming in. He started a shitload of games. It's not like he's like some raw dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's good to hear. Whatever it means, we don't know. Like that, it probably means nothing. But it's good to hear that he's looked okay. So all these dudes, man, they're gonna get played, bro. Like I'm interested to see the rotation of the quarterbacks, though. Like I just want to see who's with the first team, who's with the second team. My guess is, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that for me, I just want to see what the starting secondary is going to look like. Like who's lining up next to Marshawn? I see he's going to be in the slot, but you brought in Brian Poole, who, played great at the slot the last 2 seasons, but now you don't have P-Rob. Like, so does he just not play? Like, that's something they got to figure out, bro. The answer shouldn't be, let's move CD out to outside corner. That's terrible.
No.
Can't do that. So I think that's, besides the quarterback play, to me, that's going to be the most interesting thing. The thing I'm looking for on Saturday is that starting second. Well, quote unquote, starting secondary.
Who is the backup deep safety?
Is it BJ?
I guess so. I think he's hurt right now.
Yeah, yes, he is.
So Malcolm Jenkins, I guess. I don't know, man. That's kind of a mess.
Feel like I need a cigarette after all that, bro. Like,
man, listen.
We covered it all. I will say we didn't hit on too much, and you brought up the fact that he got beaten in training camp today. But I tweeted this too, right? I said as much as me and you had a laugh on draft night about the selection of Peyton Turner, it, at least before the injury, at least in training camp, it seemed like he is everything that the team envisioned that they were getting in Marcus Davenport. We haven't seen him play a snap yet, right?
Right.
But just going by training camp reports, you could just tell like he was just flashing consistently.
Right. And that's all you want to see. That's all you want to see at this point. Showing flashes, showing flashes against the 3s, against the 2s, and against the 1s. And he's done that. So, the next step after that is preseason. Poe apparently got injured, so we'll see where it goes from there. That's unfortunately that was the track that Marcus Davenport was on.
Yep.
Because he showed flashes early too. Then he got injured and was out like 3 weeks and was behind the curve and came back and it was just up and down and up and down. So, we'll see. It's just early, man. Like you can't make drastic projections right now. You just can't. Like you just can't, man. Like preseason changes so much. Like you remember Emmanuel Butler? Like,
oh my God.
Emmanuel Butler, he was just going to beat him, man. And then every preseason game is like, where is this guy? Like, where's Emmanuel Butler? Like, I want to see him. Like, where is he? And he just didn't play. Like, he just didn't show up. Like, when the game was on, he would light it up in practice, but when the game was on, he just didn't show himself for whatever reason. So this, like, preseason, it's kind of exciting because, preseasons are kind of yawn, but I think this is one of the preseasons that we could kind of pay attention to. It is only 3 games. That's all we pay attention to anyway. So, and, like, you could actually pay attention into the second, third, fourth quarter.
For sure.
We're going to need all them guys. Like, all them dudes, they count, bro.
Every single one of them, bro. And the roster cut down on the team is going to be fascinating to see, bro.
Oh, yeah. So fascinating.
completely fascinating. I mean, I think we caught it up. We'll do a short 30-ish, maybe 40-minute-ish episode talking about the preview of the preseason game on Saturday. Hopefully we can do that Thursday, Friday night. Have it up Friday or Saturday morning for the preseason game. As preseason is about to get started, it's the month of August, which means fantasy football is close. So I'm going to start getting the league and everything ready. At least one of the leagues. And then, like I said, if we have more people who become Patreons, then we'll do another separate fantasy football league. This is it, bro. We as Dr. Strange said, bro, we in the end game now.
In the name, baby. Let's go.
I tell me why, like, you're gonna post this in the morning. There's gonna be something tomorrow, bro. Like, I just know, bro. Something, hey, bro. They gonna give a second. I don't
have no good news though, bro. Like, damn.
They'll trade a second for C.J. Henderson. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But yeah, here we are. We enjoy them. It's going to be a hell of a ride this season. Thank you for all our listeners, all our supporters. I know the street's been hot wanting this episode, so hope you guys enjoy it. We know it is a little of a longer episode, but we had a lot to hit on. So that said, we're gonna get out of here. With that, we're out.
Peace.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.